American Ninja captivated a generation with its epic action sequences and heroic portrayals of righteous warriors. But behind the scenes, their lives were surprisingly short. Some actors faced serious illnesses, tragic accidents, and died while the spotlight was still shining. In this video, we'll explore who they are and the mysterious stories behind the camera lens. Let's get started. Steve James as Curtis Jackson. Steve James was born on February 19, 1952 in New York City. At the age of 33, he made a lasting impression in the action film series American Ninja, 1985, as Curtis Jackson, the brave, loyal, and powerful companion of the main character Joe Armstrong. With his muscular physique, outstanding fighting skills, and majestic on-screen demeanor, Steve James became an action icon and continued to play the role in American Ninja 2, 1987, and American Ninja 3, 1989. However, behind the warrior image was a life full of inner struggles. Despite his real talent, James was often relegated to supporting roles in B-movie action films, which prevented him from achieving the breakthrough he had hoped for. He openly expressed his frustration at being repeatedly cast as a loyal sidekick, lacking emotional depth. Even when he wrote and starred in Street Hunter, 1990, the film failed to make the impression he had hoped. In his personal life, his first marriage to Israeli model Nava Halemi, whom he met while filming American Ninja 2, ended quickly. His second relationship, with actress Christine Pon, whom he married in 1992, had just begun to settle down when fate struck. Just a year after their wedding, Steve James was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, a rapidly progressing and devastating disease. Although he completed roles in Blood Fist 5, Human Target, and an episode of the television series Mantis, he did not live to see them air. On December 18, 1993, James died at his home in Burbank, California, at the age of 41. His funeral, attended by Sidney Poitier and close friends, was an emotional affair. His ashes were placed on the family mantelpiece as a way to preserve his spirit. At the time of his death, Steve James's net worth was estimated at $2 million. A modest figure given the talent and untapped potential he left behind. Richard Norton as Congressman in Black Star Ninja. Richard Norton was born on January 6, 1950 in Melbourne, Australia. At the age of 35, he appeared in American Ninja, 1985, as Black Star Ninja, a formidable villain who directly confronts the main character Joe Armstrong. With a solid martial arts background and a sharp, cold demeanor, Richard Norton portrayed this villain in an unforgettable way and raised the film's fight choreography to a new level. Behind the aura is a man of resilience, discipline, and sacrifice. Norton started from scratch, working as a nightclub bouncer and then teaching martial arts at Melbourne dojos before co-founding the Zen Dokai Dojo with Bob Jones. Despite holding a 10th degree black belt in the style he helped found, and being highly skilled in Goju Ryu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Chun Kuk Do, Norton has continued to pursue a film career. Notably, he has faced off against legends such as Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, Chuck Norris, Don the Dragon Wilson, and his longtime on-screen partner Cynthia Rothrock. Despite being a true martial artist, Norton has never shied away from exploring nuanced villain roles, taking on both action and drama. Richard Norton keeps his personal life private. In 1993, he married Australian actress Judy Green. They lived a modest life, mostly in Melbourne, while he continued to work as a fight coordinator on many Hollywood blockbusters such as Mad Max, Fury Road, Suicide Squad, Dark Phoenix, and The Suicide Squad. On March 30, 2025, Richard Norton passed away in Melbourne at the age of 75. His wife, Judy Green, confirmed the sad news on social media. His passing was mourned by the international martial arts and film communities. At the time of his death, his net worth was estimated at $7 million, amassed from acting roles, martial arts copyrights, training videos, and consulting for major Hollywood films. Michael Dudikoff as Joe Armstrong. Michael Joseph Stephen Dudikoff Jr. was born on October 8, 1954 in New York City. At the age of 31, he became a global phenomenon when he took on the lead role of Joe Armstrong in American Ninja, 1985, an American soldier with fighting skills comparable to a real ninja. Despite having no martial arts background at the time, Dudikoff was quickly trained by expert Mike Stone and quickly became a new action icon of the 1980s. He continued to conquer audiences in American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, 1987, becoming an indispensable part of the martial arts action film world. However, attention began to fade as the B-movie market entered a downturn in the late 1990s. Despite being one of the genre's brightest stars, Dudikoff was unable to escape the stereotype of the cliched hero, leading producers to relegate him to roles that would eventually fade from view. His silence meant a gradual fading from the big screen. After years of intense training, he achieved black belts in karate, judo, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu, demonstrating perseverance and dedication even after his career had reached its peak. As of 2025, he is 71 years old and still lives in California, maintaining a quiet, private lifestyle away from the media spotlight. Michael Dudikoff's net worth in 2025 is estimated at $5 million, earned primarily during his peak with classic films and later from real estate investments. David Bradley as Sean Davidson. David Bradley, born October 2nd in 1953, is an American actor and martial artist, best known for his role as Sean Davidson in American Ninja 3, Blood Hunt, 1989. At the age of 36, he took over the lead role, replacing Michael Dudikoff, a bold move by the producers when the series was still at its peak. Sean Davidson is not your typical ninja, quiet and stoic, but has emotional wounds and a strong sense of justice. Bradley was discovered after an audition and quickly became the new face of B-movie martial arts films in the late 1980s. However, late fame often fades quickly. After his initial success in American Ninja 3 and American Ninja 4, Bradley continued to appear in Cyborg Cop and other low-budget action films. Despite being praised for his martial arts skills, holding a black belt in Shotokan Karate, a fourth dan in Taekwondo, and possessing knowledge of Aikido, Kung Fu, and weapons training, he still couldn't escape the label of the replacement in the American Ninja series. According to director Cedric Sundstrom, Bradley was even said to be disappointed when his character had to be rescued by Dudikoff in the fourth installment. However, he continued to act with quiet passion, undeterred by the shrinking market for B-grade action movies. His net worth is estimated at $2 million, largely from his roles in action films in the late 80s and 90s. While he never achieved the fame of Michael Dudikoff or the legendary status of Hong Kong superstars, Bradley was an irreplaceable part of the golden age of American action cinema. Judy Aronson plays Patricia Hickok. Judith M. Aronson was born on June 7, 1964 in Los Angeles, California. At 21, she played Patricia Hickok in American Ninja, 1985, the daughter of Colonel Hickok and the love interest of the main character, Joe Armstrong. With her classic beauty and natural acting, Judy became one of the rare feminine icons in a testosterone-fueled action movie. Although her role did not involve combat, she was the emotional center of the film, balancing violence with vulnerability and affection. However, Judy Aronson's acting career was not all smooth sailing. The same year she starred in American Ninja, she suffered a serious accident while filming a bathtub scene for Weird Science. Due to prolonged exposure to cold water, she suffered frostbite, a painful injury that caused long-term physical and mental trauma. The incident led to a period of depression and forced her to withdraw from several projects. Despite returning to films and series such as Pursuit of Happiness and 90210, Judy never really recaptured the 1980s glory. Unlike many of her peers, Judy took a quieter path and gradually withdrew from the spotlight. After appearing in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang in 2005, she largely disappeared from Hollywood and turned her attention to business. She found peace in owning an antique store and running a chain of Pilates studios in Los Angeles. Judy is also known as a passionate yoga instructor, helping students cope with stress and recover from injuries just as she herself had to. As of 2025, Judy Aronson is 61 years old. Her net worth is estimated at $2 million, which comes from her previous acting income and steady business ventures. Although she is no longer on screen, she remains an integral part of the legacy of American Ninja in 1980s cinema. Mike Stone as Tojo Ken. Mike Stone was born on June 29, 1943 in Makawao, Maui, Hawaii. At the age of 44, he played Tojo Ken in American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, 1987, a brutal ninja leader who is fiercely loyal to the main antagonist, the Lion. With his muscular physique, commanding demeanor, and realistic fighting skills, Mike Stone not only delivered a convincing on-screen performance, but also choreographed many of the film's fight scenes. He brought to life Tojo Ken, a cold, ruthless, and technically precise character, making him one of the most memorable villains in the series. Mike Stone's life has been a journey of triumph and sometimes quiet struggle. A mischievous child trained in Aikido since the age of 17, he quickly rose through the martial arts world, winning 91 consecutive victories, becoming a national and international champion, and being inducted into the Black Belt Hall of Fame twice. But with fame comes pressure. Despite his friendships with legends like Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris, Stone was not immune to the underground rivalries of Hollywood's martial arts world. Nicknamed the Beast for his ferocious and uncompromising fighting style, Stone never achieved the cinematic fame many expected. His only starring role, Tiger Shark 1987, failed to make an impact, leaving him to take on supporting roles or work behind the scenes as a stuntman, trainer, and choreographer. Despite his lackluster film career, Mike Stone remains a respected name in the martial arts world. He dated Priscilla Presley after Elvis's death and was also linked to Michelle Pfeiffer, but has never been involved in a celebrity scandal. After 3 marriages, he now lives peacefully with his third wife, Teina Manike, and continues to teach karate, attending martial arts seminars and festivals around the world. As of 2025, Mike Stone is 82 years old. Although he no longer trains regularly, he is still the embodiment of a traditional martial artist, disciplined, dedicated, and a true warrior at heart. His net worth is estimated at $2 million, earned through a storied martial arts career, training martial arts and working as a martial arts coordinator in numerous action films. While Mike Stone may not be a household name, to martial artists he is and always will be a legend. Gary Conway as Lion. Gary Conway was born on February 4, 1936 in Boston, Massachusetts. At the age of 53, he played Lion, a cold, cunning crime boss in American Ninja 2: The Confrontation in 1987. With his piercing eyes and calm demeanor, Conway brought depth to the film's villain, making him stand out from the usual action figures. Although only a supporting role, his appearance added a dark, dangerous atmosphere to the film, adding a layer of sophistication to the second part of the series. Before that, Gary Conway was a familiar face to American television audiences, most notably as Captain Steve Burton in the science fiction series Land of the Giants, 1968 to 1970, and as Gene Barry's detective partner in Burke's Law, 1963 to 1965. But few people know that in addition to acting, Conway is also a multi-talented artist, has received a certificate of merit from a famous landscape painter, and is a violinist who has performed at the Hollywood Bowl. However, his artistic career has not been without difficulties. Most notably, he broke 2 ribs while filming fight scenes in Land of the Giants, requiring a long hospital stay and recovery. After his acting career peaked, Gary Conway stepped away from the screen in the late 1980s to focus on family and business life. With his wife, Marion McKnight, Miss America 1957, and his partner since 1958, he co-founded Carmody McKnight Winery in California in 1985. Although he no longer regularly works in the entertainment industry, he has made his mark on the independent film industry by founding Ambush Entertainment and writing and producing small-scale films. As of 2025, Gary Conway is 91 years old. After selling his winery to Justin Vineyards in 2019, he enjoys a quiet, peaceful life with his wife of nearly 7 decades. His net worth is estimated at $2 million. Mainly from classic television roles, investments in the wine business, and his multidisciplinary artistic pursuits. Jonathan Pienaar as Taylor. Jonathan Pienaar was born on September 16, 1962, in South Africa. At the age of 25, he appeared in American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, in 1987, as Taylor, a renegade Marine who turns against his comrades for his own ends. Although only a supporting character, Pienaar's sharp and cold performance made Taylor an important part of the film's villainous cast, contributing to the theme of betrayal that was common in 1980s action films. After this role, Jonathan Pienaar decided not to pursue a career in Hollywood action films and returned to South Africa to forge a more diverse artistic path. With an education from Marist Brothers College and acting training at Technikon Pretoria, he gradually established himself in the local film industry. He went on to appear in a number of notable films and series such as Skin, Black Venus, Cape Town, and Troy, Fall of a City, proving his versatility in both positive and negative roles. In addition to acting, he is also known as a screenwriter and comedian, demonstrating his versatility and resilience in the South African entertainment industry. In contrast to his on-screen image as a renegade, Pienaar lives a quiet life off-screen and has not been involved in any scandals. There have been no reports of major controversies or self-destructive habits. Instead, he has maintained a low-key but dedicated artiste image. Over the years, he has appeared on television and in international productions shot in Africa, not chasing global fame or the American market. To local audiences, he remains a familiar figure, an artist who has maintained both passion and identity through the many changing waves of cinema. As of 2025, Jonathan Pienaar is 63 years old and continues to work on film projects in South Africa. His net worth is estimated at $1 million, primarily from his film and television roles as well as his writing. Although he never reached the heights of global fame, Pienaar is a testament to a steady, meaningful acting career built on talent and perseverance. Tadashi Yamashita as Black Star Ninja. Tadashi Yamashita was born on February 5, 1942 in Japan. In 1985, at the age of 43, he appeared in American Ninja, 1985, as the classic villain Black Star Ninja, a cold-blooded, ruthless, and extremely dangerous masked assassin. With his real-life martial arts experience and expert weapon skills, Yamashita not only brought this villain to life, but also helped shape the film's realistic, intense fighting style. Each of his movements reflects the spirit of a true master. Powerful, precise, and imbued with martial arts philosophy. Tadashi Yamashita's life journey is one of overcoming adversity to reach greatness. After losing his father at the age of 3, he and his mother moved to Okinawa during the difficult post-war years. As a rebellious boy who often fought with friends and teachers, Yamashita was considered a problem student. Everything changed when a martial arts teacher, a member of the school's parents' association, took him on as a student, helping him turn his stubbornness into disciplined strength. By the age of 16, he had achieved a black belt. In 1960, he became an Okinawan Shorin-ryu champion. He left Japan and settled in the United States in the 1970s, bringing with him the spirit of traditional martial arts to teach thousands of students across America. For more than 60 years, Yamashita devoted his life to Okinawan karate and kobudo. He was not only a master but also the founder of Sui Kendo, a fluid punching style that allowed fighters to defend and strike seamlessly. He performed in front of thousands at the 1973 Pro-Am tournament and is widely known for teaching Bruce Lee how to use nunchaku. Although he acted in dozens of films, Yamashita always saw movies as a way to inspire others to learn martial arts, not as a path to fame. His life revolves around the dojo, international seminars, and his spiritual connection to Okinawa, where his soul was born. As of 2025, Tadashi Yamashita is 83 years old. Despite his age, he still appears at martial arts events as a mentor and instructor, revered as a living symbol of traditional karate. His net worth is estimated at $1.5 million, not much compared to Hollywood stars, but a true testament to his perseverance, work ethic, and rare dedication. Jeff Celentano as Wild Bill. Jeff Celentano was born on May 24, 1960 in the United States. At the age of 27, he appeared in American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, 1987, as Captain Wild Bill Woodward, an eccentric but dedicated officer who oversees security at the U.S. Embassy on a chaotic Caribbean island. Behind his eccentric exterior and no-nonsense demeanor, Wild Bill plays a vital supporting role to the main characters Joe Armstrong and Curtis Jackson as they attempt to thwart a plot involving kidnapped and brainwashed soldiers. The role made Celentano memorable for his eerie yet cool charm, and provided a refreshing contrast to the film's intense action sequences. Despite his on-screen presence, Celentano never achieved the level of action stardom that some of his contemporaries did. His film career largely revolved around supporting roles in low-budget films like Puppet Master 2, Demonic Toys, and The Player. Faced with the harsh realities of the entertainment industry, Celentano chose a different path. He turned to directing in 1992 with the short film Dickwad, a comedy that won awards at several independent film festivals. From there, he focused on building his directing career with films like The Hills, 2004, and Breaking Point, 2009. Although they were not box office successes, they reflected his passion for storytelling and his perseverance in the craft. Jeff Celentano has a fairly private personal life. He was the artistic director at the Performing Arts Academy in California, where he trained aspiring actors. With no major scandals, drug addictions, or controversies, Celentano has chosen to live a quiet life behind the camera. Perhaps the biggest challenge of his career was stepping away from the spotlight to seek recognition as a director, a decision he once described as a survival strategy in the industry. It wasn't a failure. It was a bold reinvention by a man who refused to stand still. As of 2025, Jeff Celentano is 65 years old and still active in the film industry, primarily directing independent projects. His net worth is estimated at $3 million, which he earns from acting, directing, producing, and teaching. While not a major Hollywood figure, Jeff Celentano is still a memorable part of American Ninja, and a testament to a career built on resilience, adaptability, and a deep love of cinema.